You know, a lot of rich people like to say, this is my money. I made this. This is mine. They don't realize that the streets that they used to make that money, the phone system that they used to make that money, the healthcare that they themselves have to maintain them healthy to make that money, the education that they got in college, in high school, in all these other places played a part in them being wealthy. It's that simple. Nobody gets wealthy on their own, and nobody can remain wealthy on their own. When you purchase from that wealthy person, when you purchase from Bill Gates or anybody else, you're doing Bill Gates a favor. So requesting, demanding that Bill Gates pays his part is also a part of your right. You're not begging, you're not asking, you're not taking something that is not yours. It is ours. The problem in America right now is we have convinced ourselves that there's something special about these rich people. There's something special about these rich people, and that they deserve to have what they have unconditionally, forgetting that their richness came from what you were able to provide them. Yeah, you may not want to spend the time that Bill Gates spent coding. Hey, when I started my software business, I was working 18 hours a day. Yes, it was hard work. Did I make good money? I made a ton of money. But you know something? Afterwards, after a while, one thing someone like myself realizes, money is not everything. When you have kids, when you have society, when you see how the rest of the world lives, if you have a conscience, if you have more than a conscience, if you believe in these particular issues, then you can't help but be a part of a movement that make things better for people. It's not a handout. Most of society is not, they're not looking for a handout. Yes, you have those few people that are constantly looking for handouts, but it's not most of society that are looking for handouts at all. Most people want a chance. Why do we tolerate that 68% of the gains went to the 1%? Why do we tolerate that? And a lot of that is, one, a lot of us don't know that. But a second reason is that a lot of us are meant by design to feel that we are not as worthy as those people who make all that money. What I want to do is promote truth in letting folks know that when it comes to economy, to economics, when it comes to our social being within the state, you are just as good as anybody else. Are you going to work just as hard as that other person? No. So should that person that works harder have more disposable income? Yes. The question is, how much of that disposable income? And it's above my pay grade to know that, but we can look into the context of what makes an economy works best to decide that. And that is where we need to go. First, Americans have to know that they're just as worthy as anybody else. And once they know that, and then the second thing they must know that a wealthy person could not be wealthy without the masses. In other words, everybody in this country plays a part. A piece of the wealth that Bill Gates or any other billionaire has is a part of what you've created, whether directly or indirectly. So we cannot allow these folks to think, we made this, it is all ours, and now you can ask us to give it and we'll decide if we'll give it. No. It is time for us to look at it the way it is. Society created Bill Gates. Society created every other billionaire. So society created all these guys. And they owe it to society to ensure that society continues to run. That means healthcare. That means education. That means all these other issues.